A federal judge last week moved to dismiss a lawsuit by 3 University of Texas at Austin professors, arguing that the state campus carry law chills their First Amendment right to free speech. I would be a little disconcerted also if my students had the ability to carry firearms into class. U.S. District Court Judge Lee Yackel said the professors failed to prove an actual injury in their suit, which was filed before the state's law was enacted. But a researcher found evidence that the law did make some professors more cautious about what they said in the classroom this year. He hopes his work, and more studies like it, could help lawmakers develop future higher education policy. Who thought it was a good idea to allow firearms on college campuses? People drinking, doing drugs, and some very immature people, they don't need guns. The 84th legislature's law allows concealed handguns in many places on college campuses. Before it took effect on August 1st, many professors feared they wouldn't be able to teach sensitive topics effectively. Of course not, because far left nut jobs would get triggered and have to take it out on somebody. The UT faculty in this suit taught liberal arts, English, and feminist and LGBT literature. The court concludes that plaintiffs have not established an injury in fact, nor that the alleged injury is traceable to any conduct of defendants, Yackel said in his decision. Nathaniel Craddock, who recently earned his doctorate in higher adult lifelong education at Michigan State, interviewed about a dozen professors over 3 weeks at a Texas campus dubbed Metropolitan University at the end of 2016 for his dissertation, which he presented earlier this summer. At the campus which he could not identify because of the study's confidentiality, one professor avoided meeting a combative student out of fear of personal safety. Well, yeah, because they could be carrying a gun, which again is a stupid idea for a college campus. Another moved office hours to a public space to avoid private conversations with a student who may be carrying. A third said she needed to be, quote, a little more cautious when she discussed Sigmund Freud and femininity in the classroom. He plans to survey faculty and staff more broadly after these initial results. I seriously don't get why someone would think it was a good idea for college students to have guns. I mean, why? It makes no sense. They're some of the most immature people on the planet, drinking, partying, doing drugs, and not to mention these far lefties that are insane, that get triggered if you say one word that is offensive to them.